Hello and welcome in this week's vlog. Slight different of change of scenery for today. We are at the beautiful Dawyck Botanic Garden near Edinburgh. So I was coming to Edinburgh for an appointment. It's a 2-hour drive for me each way, and literally that appointment was 10 minutes. So I just thought I'm gonna make the most of it and look for somewhere to go. I was gonna go to the Edinburgh Botanic Garden, but I thought I'm gonna try something a bit different. And I had heard of Dawyck's, and I thought I'm gonna give it a shot today. So here I am. Unfortunately, obviously, they sustained quite a lot of damage during the storm back in January, so it's not as tranquil as it usually is in a botanic garden. If it makes sense, we are surrounded by, just checking those, that's private there, so that's fine. We're surrounded by birds, but unfortunately also a good few chainsaws. So, well, start with this beauty right there. So yeah, it gives you an idea. But I'll take you round. It's genuinely my first visit, so I'm not exactly sure. Obviously, I see a lot of broken trees and roped trees and so on. But yeah, we've got a couple of hours before it shuts down. So it's the sequoia. Doesn't really say. No, it doesn't give the age of that tree. I mean, look at that size of that tree. It's mental. Anyway, I'm going to take you on a walk around. Going to enjoy the walk mostly, so if I see anything that's interesting, I'll make sure to show you. And hope you enjoy the visit. So I've been walking about for about an hour now. It's lovely, but at the admission desk they did tell me that spring is starting a bit late this year and here, and if I actually turn you right round, it's perfect. So this is meant to be completely yellow, full of daffodils, and there's only just a few showing up. All the other ones are in bud, but no more. So it would be worth coming back a bit later on in the season. I just took a big, there's some behind me, but a long walk around the other side, and it was meant to be just rhododendron, and it looks like it would be amazing, but obviously it's not the right time at all to come in here. So I mean, look at that. I mean, I'm a bit of a geek when it comes to trees, and even though I can't tell the difference between two, that's a monkey puzzle. I can say that's for sure. I love monkey puzzle, but I don't like working with them because there's just jaggy wee stuff. Excuse the huffing and puffing. Doesn't look like it, but it's quite a steep hill. But yeah, it's definitely a place I'm gonna have to come back to at some point. It's 2 hours away from the house. It's not too bad, but if you love trees and if you're ever coming near Edinburgh, it's well worth a visit. Nowhere near as nice as Dawyck. It's been torrential rain pretty much all day today. In fact, the garden is absolutely flooded. So today we're going to try to do a bit of gardening. It's not going to be all visits and everything this week, sadly. I've got a few sowing to do, but I will keep that for either tomorrow or this weekend, because I would really like to take care of the tomatoes. So it won't be a huge difference, but we will put up into those small ones, which is the one I've used for the strawberries. So we'll put up in those ones. It's slightly bigger size. Then we'll move on into a much bigger one later on, once I know roughly how many plants I'm going to keep. But I can put up all the ones that are worth putting up in those ones. And then that's the point where once they've outgrown this, I'll make the decision which one I'm keeping, which one I'm giving away. And the one I'm giving away, I'll give them away in those wee pots. So it doesn't take a whole lot of space in the greenhouse, because we don't have a whole lot of space in the greenhouse. So I've got the camera up there, but I will not do a time lapse for this one. I'll show you as I'm going along, at least the first one, so you can see how it's done. So as I've mentioned, we'll use those small pots. I'm gonna grab this tray over as best as I can. Obviously I've watered everything yesterday. I wasn't really planning to do this today, so there you go. So I've got the plants there. So I'm definitely gonna go for this one, probably this one. I'm not exactly sure about those two. I might put them up as well, but we'll see. So I'm just easing them off by just squeezing gently at the bottom. Give it a wee push, and then you pick them up. They're not very strong and don't have an awful lot of roots just now. So as you can see, the whole plug doesn't come with it, but that's literally all the roots that I had there. But pick them up by their proper leaves, not by the stem, because if these breaks, there's new ones coming through. If this break, your plant is done. What we'll do is fill up the pot. So sometimes you will have a whole plug coming out, and then obviously you make enough space for a whole plug. In this case, it's just a small hole that I need. So I'm gonna get my trusty stick, make a nice big hole. And so they were, as you can see, they were planted just at the roots basically. But when you put them up, it's a good time to try tackle a bit that legginess, if I can say so. I'm not even sure if it's English or not, but it's fine. It works. So I'm putting them up, and as you can see, they are put it up as far as I can get in those pots. So they're pretty much at the bottom now. But all that stem here will then produce some roots now, and it will make a much stronger plant. So that's our first one done. So we'll keep going with the same idea. Just need to make sure we keep track of what we are pulling out. Now that they've been putting up, I'm going to give them a light soak just to help compact the soil around the roots. So very gently. They'll be bottom watered from now on, just to help encourage the root system to grow stronger. I've got more stuff to look through. I've got parsley that I need to pot up as well. I could potentially do the basil fairly soon or even now. And I'm also planning to look at, what was it? Lettuce. That's the one. The lettuce. I'm going to put up a few of them, but I will not do that today. It's just a bit short on time. I need to go and get dinner started. So I will catch up with you probably tomorrow, Friday, or at the weekend. So today we are going to do the last of the indoor sowing for this week. There's a lot more coming next week. So I'm actually starting to worry a bit about the space up here. I'm going to have to start looking into moving things about a bit because I'm really running short of space. So I've got a couple of spaces, what you can see here, which works out perfectly for those two trays, which will have the two courgettes, or the two types of courgettes that we are sowing this week. So today, two different types of courgettes. So we'll start with the fairly classic Black Beauty. In my case, I will be doing Spineless Beauty. I'm fed up of being jagged by those pesky courgette when I go and harvest them. So apparently those ones are exactly like the Black Beauty, but they're spineless, hence the name. So we'll try those ones this year. Hopefully they are as productive as the Black Beauty, and I can eventually just replace completely the Black Beauty with them. That would be great. Alongside those ones, I will be doing Summer Holiday. So Summer Holiday is a slightly unusual one, or for me definitely is the first time I'm doing this. So it's a rounded shape one. It's a small, like, give or take tennis ball, slightly bigger than a tennis ball size fruit. And apparently you can harvest them from like golf ball size and let them grow on a bit bigger, but they're really good for stuffing, like summer barbecues or something like that. You can stuff them, and apparently they're really, really nice for that. So I thought I'm gonna give them a shot. They look really nice as well. They look really, really lovely. So rather than just sticking to the same old Black Beauty, and I thought it might be something a bit unusual. If you grow courgette, you know what it's like. You have a plant or two, and then you end up with way too many anyway for your growing season, and you end up being sick of eating courgette. So I'm thinking that by getting something a bit different on the plate while still having courgette might keep us entertained for the season. So I will do 6 of each. I've got 10 seeds of the Summer Holiday, 12 of the Spineless Beauty, so plenty, but I will only do one per module. My thought is I will stick to, usually I have 2 Black Beauty, and it's too much, but one I think would be slightly underdoing it, if it makes sense. 2 is just overdoing it, but just a bit overdoing it towards the end of the season. But 1 might not be quite enough. So I will do 1, or I will keep 1 Spineless Beauty. Courgette is really easy to give away. People always like to take a courgette plant. So I will do 6, but I will only keep 1 of them for the plot. But I will also do 2 Summer Holiday one. The idea is those Summer Holiday, I will potentially, I'll see what they're like, but I might harvest some of them like golf ball size and put them on skewers or something like that to make like a courgette kebab. So obviously I will go through those ones a lot quicker than the Spineless Beauty or Black Beauty. The other reason is they are harvested a lot quicker, and they don't give you as much to eat on them, but I definitely don't want more than 2 and 1, so 3 plants in total, because it's going to take too much space. this is the last day of the vlog, so the vlog will finish after this bit of the video, and although it's only Friday, I have a really packed weekend, and I won't be able to do any gardening whatsoever. I've got I should have some very exciting news to share with you guys very soon. But yeah, it's not going to be right now, so I don't want to spoil the fun. So I'm not going to mention anything. I'm not going to mention anything just now. But I'll be finding out in the next day or so about those future projects. And but obviously, yeah, I'm really busy just now. It's just like season starting, a lot to do in here, a lot to do. Obviously, you know, if you've watched the all about me video, you will know that I'm also involved in a community garden, and it's also the start of the season on that side. So it's a lot happening over there, a lot happening. So yeah, I'll tell you as soon as I can, as soon as I know that whatever is on is definitely on. And it's happening. I'll definitely let you know. It's very exciting, but I just don't want to spoil the fun. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil it. Okay. No, stop asking. I'm not gonna spoil it. Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching today, this week's vlog. And as usual, thumb up if you like the video. If you're not a subscriber yet, please consider following the channel, subscribing to the channel. If you do so, remember to take the bell. It's always a good way to get notified when the videos are coming out. And in the meantime, take care, and I'll see you next time. Right, no, actually, maybe I could tell you a bit about it. So if you follow the video up till now, good on you. So don't put anything in the comment, please, because I don't want people to be spoiled by the surprise. But it's so super exciting. So let me tell you. So in the coming weeks, I will